Homicide detectives detain Wayne Barker in connection with shooting of social media personality. HGP Nightly News reports. Homicide detectives have taken Wayne Barker into custody following his voluntary surrender at the Ruimveldt police station on Friday afternoon. Barker is accused of attempting to murder social media personality Lolita Calendar, known as Lola Doll. Barker's attorney, Cyan Durjan, informed HGP Nightly News that his client was not wanted by police at the time of his surrender. Instead, he took it upon himself to assist with the investigation after seeing a Facebook post linking him to the shooting. He chose to visit the station of his own volition to assist with investigations. He has an alibi. He claims he was in Burbus at a hotel and nightclub on the day and night in question, Durjan stated. Sources have indicated that investigators have opted to keep Barker in custody while they verify his alibi from Burbus during the time of the incident. Calendar was shot multiple times outside her home at Texas Square, East Ruimveldt, Georgetown on Saturday, September 6, 2025, at approximately 11:35 p.m. This story is developing, and further updates will be provided as more information becomes available. 19-year-old granted bail on child pornography charges. Ignite News reports. A 19-year-old resident of Cummingsburg, Neo Glenn, was granted bail on Friday after being charged with possession of child pornography. Glenn appeared before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith McGusty at the Georgetown Magistrates Courts, where he denied the allegation. The charge states that on September 8, 2025, Glenn possessed child pornographic material stored on a computer system at Vlissingen Road, Georgetown. Representing Glenn, attorney Kaswana Jefford argued for bail, informing the court of her client's history of mental illness. She noted that while Glenn may experience periods of clarity, he continues to struggle with his condition. Jefford also emphasized that Glenn has no prior criminal record and lives with his mother at a fixed address in Cummingsburg. The prosecution opposed bail, citing the seriousness of the charges and the potential penalties involved. They revealed that investigators had conducted a medical evaluation of Glenn, which reportedly found no signs of mental illness. Additionally, it was disclosed that several recovered videos displayed the faces of multiple minors. Forensic analysis linked the seized phone to Glenn, despite his initial denial of ownership, and further examination uncovered more incriminating videos. The court also heard that while in custody, Glenn allegedly requested that his mother not be contacted. After considering the arguments, Magistrate McGusty granted bail in the amount of $300,000. As a condition of his release, Glenn must report to the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, headquarters on the second Friday of each month. The case is set to return to court on October 17, 2025, for further hearings. Under Section 14 of Guyana's Cybercrime Act, 2018, possession or distribution of child pornography is a criminal offense. If convicted in the magistrate's court, offenders face up to 5 years in prison and a $10 million fine. If tried in the High Court, penalties can increase to 10 years imprisonment and a $15 million fine. Police investigate murder of gold miner Mark Ben in Region 7. Authorities are investigating the murder of 38-year-old gold miner Mark Ben from Blueberry Hill, Linden, who was allegedly killed late Thursday night at Big Mara Mara Back Dam along the Puruni River. The suspect, identified as 41-year-old Dexter Agrian, an excavator operator from 2nd Avenue, Bartica, has been arrested and remains in police custody. According to information from police headquarters, Ben had arrived at the back dam earlier that day and later visited a shop owned by dredge operator Floyd Paul. There, he was seen socializing and drinking with 2 Venezuelan women, including 35-year-old Fabiana Garcia. Agrian joined the group, purchasing drinks and spending the evening with them. Around 11 p.m., Ben reportedly asked Garcia for sexual favors, which she refused, citing his intoxicated state. This refusal allegedly angered Ben, who then disconnected her cell phone that was playing music. Agrian intervened, attempting to pull Ben away, but the minor rebuffed him. Shortly thereafter, police reported that Agrian allegedly drew a 13-inch double-edged knife from his waist and struck Ben behind the head, causing him to collapse. He then delivered a second blow to Ben's neck, nearly severing it. Following the attack, Agrian reportedly walked away and returned to his camp, while the shop owner immediately alerted the police. Upon his arrest, Agrian reportedly told officers, "Sir, I drink Couplewell Guinness and I can't remember exactly what happened." Police have since recovered the murder weapon believed to be used in the attack. New Demerara River Bridge set to open by month's end, assures President Ali. News source Guyana reports, President Irfan Ali has confirmed that the new Demerara River Bridge is on track to open for vehicular traffic before the end of September. During a visit to the worksite, President Ali noted that ongoing construction includes the approach roads to the bridge, with a roundabout being built on the eastern side along Heroes Highway. He expressed satisfaction with the progress, stating that load testing on the bridge is also underway. The final phase of testing, including load testing, is ongoing. We anticipate having this project ready for use long before the end of this month. The approach road work and the roundabout are expected to be completed within the next 3 days, President Ali said. Additionally, the government is exploring further expansion of Heroes Highway to enhance traffic flow. We're looking at adding 2 collector lanes to facilitate traffic heading directly to the Hogs-Bosch interconnection, which extends back to Ogle. On the west side of the bridge, a collector lane has been added to streamline traffic from the west bank directly onto the carriageway, he explained. The president emphasized that the ultimate goal is to improve traffic management efficiency, with plans for 2 flyover roads to be introduced in the future. The 4-lane bridge spans 2.6 kilometers, connecting Nandi Park on the east bank of Demerara to La Grange on the west bank. Its total width, including the lanes, shoulders, and median, exceeds 23 meters, ensuring safe and efficient traffic flow. Standing at 50 meters high, the bridge is designed to accommodate Handymax vessels passing underneath and was constructed at a cost of $260 million by China Railway Construction International Limited. Construction began just over 2 years ago. Shelter established for victims of Albuistown fire as donations pour in. News source Guyana reports, in the aftermath of a devastating fire on Thursday that destroyed 4 buildings on James Street, Albuistown, more than 30 individuals have been left homeless and are now receiving support from the government and various organizations. The Civil Defense Commission, CDC, has set up a shelter at the 6-Head Lewis Gym in Albuistown to accommodate those displaced by the blaze. Additionally, the government has provided financial assistance of $50,000 to each affected family, along with food, mattresses, and other essential items. News source visited the scene of the fire today, where a team from the Ministry of Home Affairs Utility Section was actively clearing debris from the site. Among the victims is 26-year-old Kelly Ann Andrews, a mother of 3, who reflected on the loss of her home. She spent the night with her father and children after the fire. They said they will help us. They said to find a place and they will pay 3 months' rent, but I'm trying to figure out what will happen to all my damaged belongings. I lost everything, including my setup for doing hair, she explained. Andrews expressed hope for further assistance to rebuild her home and restart her small business. Mohammed Din, the owner of 2 buildings that were completely gutted, shared his heartache over the losses. My children sent a lot of things from overseas, and many items were stored downstairs and in the garage. Generators and other things were burned up, he said. Din had 9 tenants in his buildings and was alerted to the fire while at home. At the shelter in 6-Head Lewis Gym, 32-year-old Alicia Farnun described her ordeal. I was at work when I got the call that my house was burning down. When I arrived, everything was destroyed. I couldn't save any documents, my children's birth certificates, or their school uniforms. It's really hard starting from scratch, she recounted. Another fire victim, a young mother, expressed gratitude for the initial support. The ministers came last night and helped us a lot. They provided $50,000 each to everyone affected, along with mattresses and breakfast. We are very grateful for their assistance, she said. Members of the People's National Congress-led APNU were also on site today, delivering food items and supplies to those affected. The party pledged to continue supporting the victims and encouraged others to contribute. Meanwhile, Divisional Officer of the Guyana Fire Service, Andrew Holder, stated that the fire service is currently assessing the damage and continuing its investigations into the cause of the fire. Guyana and Suriname presidents to meet in Nikiri on Saturday. President Dr. Irfan Ali of Guyana and President Dr. Jennifer Girling-Simons of Suriname are set to meet in Nikiri this Saturday to discuss key matters of mutual interest. Foreign Secretary Robert Persaud confirmed the meeting, stating that a range of bilateral cooperation matters will be on the agenda. Topics include the construction of the Corentyne River Bridge, energy cooperation, and fishing licenses for Guyanese fisherfolk. It's a very important meeting, Persaud remarked, emphasizing the significance of open discussions and the anticipated outcomes. Earlier this week, President Ali announced his upcoming meeting with Dr. Girling-Simons. Just hours prior, he engaged Suriname's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Melvin Bouva, in Georgetown. A release from the office of the president indicated that Ali and Bouva discussed advancing development initiatives between their countries. The Corentyne River Bridge is viewed as a pivotal infrastructure project aimed at enhancing connectivity between Guyana and Suriname, while also promoting broader regional integration with Brazil. Both President Ali and former Suriname President Chandrakaprasad Santokhi have underscored the bridge's importance in facilitating the flow of people, boosting trade, strengthening agricultural cooperation, and enhancing tourism and investment in the region. The meeting in Nikiri is expected to further these discussions and solidify cooperation between the two nations. Odessa Primus uncertain about MP post for win. Kaider News reports, Odessa Primus, General Secretary of the newly formed WIN Party, has expressed uncertainty regarding her potential role as a Member of Parliament, MP, in the National Assembly. As the party prepares to finalize its list of parliamentarians, Primus confirmed that she had been approached to join but remains undecided. In an interview with Kaider News on Thursday, Primus stated, "I am uncertain," when asked if she accepted the parliamentary position. She elaborated on her hesitation, saying, "It is not something I necessarily have as part of my plans per se. I don't believe that what I do for the country could only be done through a position. It really doesn't matter. I don't see myself having more or less strength in any position in terms of getting what I need to get done for the people." Primus emphasized that her future ambitions do not hinge on holding an official position, remarking, "It's not something that at this juncture, I want to say I rule out, but it's not particularly where I want to go." The WIN Party secured the second highest number of votes in the recent elections, gaining 16 seats in the National Assembly. Party leader Azruddin Mohammed recently revealed the names of 10 members who will take up these seats, which include former MPs Dawn Hastings-Williams, Tabitha Sarabo-Halley, and Natasha Singh-Lewis, along with Vishnu Pandey, Gaban Harbhajan, Nandrini Singh, Beverly Cornelius, Dr. Gordon Barker, and Dr. Ryan Richards. Looking ahead, Mohammed has indicated that the WIN Party aims to hold the ruling People's Progressive Party, PPP, accountable as they prepare to serve as the main opposition. He stated, "We will be working tirelessly to ensure we hold the PPP accountable. Whatever they promise in their manifesto, they have to deliver. We will be on their necks every single day," underscoring the party's commitment to focus on various sectors and advocate for their constituents. Thieves cut cables, disrupt internet and phone service in North Georgetown. Kaider News reports, a significant portion of North and Central Georgetown was left without internet and phone services after thieves vandalized communication cables between Wednesday night and Thursday morning. One Communications, Guyana, has labeled this incident as one of the most severe disruptions of the year resulting from vandalism. The company reported a troubling surge in copper thefts in 2025, which now account for nearly half of all service interruptions. Vandals have not only targeted copper lines but have also mistakenly damaged sections of the fiber network. This reckless vandalism has left numerous households and businesses disconnected, emphasizing the growing seriousness of the issue. This is not simply theft. It is a direct attack on people's ability to work, study, stay in touch with loved ones, and feel safe in their communities, stated Richard Stanton, Deputy Chief Executive Officer of One Communications. Stanton highlighted the recent vandalism in Borda as part of a disturbing national trend that jeopardizes the entire communications network. Documented incidents of cable vandalism have been reported across various regions in Guyana, including South and North Ruimveldt, Lodge, Workenrust, Alboestown, and several East Bank communities. Images and videos circulating online depict slashed cables and stripped poles, with some incidents occurring during daylight hours. To combat this escalating issue, One Communications is urging the public to report any suspicious activity through their hotline at 0663 and to stay informed via the company's social media channels. The company is also collaborating with regulators, including the Office of the Prime Minister, the Scrap Metal Unit, and the Guyana Police Force, to address the trade in stolen copper and ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice. While emergency teams are working around the clock to restore services, One Communications emphasized that a long-term solution includes customer migration to fiber in designated areas. These acts of vandalism undermine safety, disrupt education, and slow economic growth, the company added. This is now a national crisis that requires collective action from all stakeholders: law enforcement, regulators, businesses, communities, and citizens alike. One Communications reassures its customers of its commitment to providing reliable and secure connectivity and expresses gratitude for their patience and cooperation during this challenging time. Aubrey Norton declares he will not seek presidency again. Newsroom Guyana reports, Aubrey Norton, the former leader of the opposition and presidential candidate for the A Partnership for National Unity, APNU, coalition in the 2025 elections, announced on Friday that he will not seek the presidency again. Speaking to reporters, Norton emphasized his intention to make way for fresh blood, to take on leadership roles in the National Assembly while he focuses on rebuilding the party. Having led APNU through the recent elections, which resulted in a significant setback for the coalition, securing only 12 seats in the National Assembly compared to the People's Progressive Party Civic, PPP/C, with 36 seats. Norton confirmed he will not return to Parliament. I hope that is an indication that I have no intention of running for the presidency in the future. My focus is on repairing the party for the future, he stated. Norton, who previously served as opposition leader, believes it is time to allow new leaders to emerge. The recent elections also saw the newly formed We Invest in Nationhood win, party securing 16 seats. As the APNU navigates this challenging period, Norton's commitment to rebuilding the party signals a new direction as they regroup for future political endeavors. APNU announces 12-member parliamentary team for 13th Parliament, led by Campbell. Aubrey Norton, chairman of a Partnership for National Unity, APNU, and representative for the party's list in the 2025 general and regional elections, today announced the 12 individuals who will serve as members of parliament in Guyana's 13th Parliament. At a press conference, Norton highlighted that the selections were made following extensive consultations. Prominent businessman Dr. Terence Campbell will lead the team in the National Assembly. The diverse slate includes seasoned legislators, professionals, and grassroots leaders. Among the returning parliamentarians are Coretta MacDonald, AA Trade Union Leader, Ganesh Mahapal, PNCR Executive, Honorable Nima Natasha Flubes, Educator and Advocate for Youth and Culture. New members include academic Dr. David Hines, educator Riaz Zakir Rupnarain, and communications expert Sherrod Avery Duncan. The team also features Sharma Rahim Solomon, Lyndon Mayer and former regional chairman, Dr. Dexter Todd, renowned attorney and peace ambassador, Saiku Andrews, gospel artiste and entrepreneur, Vince Roy H. Jordan, PNCR vice chairman representing Region 5. Dr. Terence Campbell, founder of the Camex Group, will anchor the team, bringing decades of experience in finance, logistics, and entrepreneurship to the Assembly. Norton stated that the team reflects a balance of experience, diversity, and regional representation. He emphasized their commitment to accountability, governance reform, education, economic empowerment, and grassroots advocacy. This team will represent the interests of ordinary Guyanese while advancing policies to ensure fairness, opportunity, and development for all, Norton affirmed.